Welcome back to Blake's Take. I'm Blake Neiman, and I'll give you my take on local and national sports from the Willamette Valley and beyond. I hope you are having a fantastic Friday. I know we haven't had our normal connection throughout the week, talking about how everybody's going and stuff, but let's get right into what you've all been waiting for, which is sports. I've been really busy with a lot of stuff lately, with school and my work now, but I promise I will get really on it next week, back to the normal 5 days, and I promise you that I'll keep my word for it. So let's get right into what you guys have been waiting for, which is some sports news. So let's get right into it. Starting off yesterday with some two great Thanksgiving Day matchups down in the NFL. Starting off with the football Thanksgiving capital of the world in the Detroit Lions versus the Houston Texans. Adrian Peterson would get things started early for the Lions with a rushing touchdown to take the early 7-0 lead. However, then the next time the Lions got the ball, J.J. Watt would pick off Matthew Stafford and take it all the way back to the house for 6. Then late in the first quarter, Watson would have a precise throw to C.J. Poise. Then at the start of the second, Adrian Peterson would have another rushing touchdown to give the Lions the lead once again. A great day for Adrian Peterson, to show out his skills. On the opposing drive, though, Deshaun Watson would throw one right on the money to Duke Johnson's breadbasket for the long touchdown. Not much would happen in the third quarter, with each team just having a field goal. Then at the start of the fourth quarter, Watson would throw an absolute bomb to Will Fuller for the touchdown. Great score there. Then the Texans would then have some trickery with Duke Johnson faking out the run and then tossing it back to Watson, who would then throw a dime to Will Fuller for the second time in the quarter and really pull away in this game. Just incredible trickery there. I don't know if it was intentional, but it still looked crazy. Then the Lions would get a tiny glimpse of hope in the fourth, with Matt Stafford having a pressured throw to Mohamed Sanu to shorten up the lead to 2 scores. Nevertheless, the Texans would ultimately get the 41-25 victory and the win in the land of the Thanksgiving Day games. So a great win for the Texans on Thanksgiving, and hopefully they had some good turkey afterwards. Unfortunate loss for the Lions, especially after they host Thanksgiving Day games after all these years. But hopefully they can get one next year. But things are looking to improve in both of these teams, and I'm glad that we got to see the matchup yesterday. On to the other Thanksgiving Day matchup, we had an NFC least showdown between the Washington Redskins and the Washington football team, and the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys would get things started off early with a field goal on the opening drive. Then in the late first quarter, Antonio Gibson would punch one in for the Washington football team to take the early 7-3 lead. On the opposing drive, though, Andy Dalton would then throw a 55-yard bomb to Amari Cooper, which was the biggest play of the first half. Just an incredible throw and an incredible catch. So there. Then Alex Smith would then respond for Washington with a short bullet pass to his tight end, Logan Thomas, to take back the lead for the Washington football team. The Cowboys would then hit a field goal with just 23 seconds remaining in the half to shorten the lead to 13-17 at halftime. But in the second half, though, it was all Washington, outscoring the Cowboys 24-3, and ended up getting the 41-16 victory in this game on Thanksgiving. So congratulations to the Redskins on getting the win on Thanksgiving Day over the Dallas Cowboys and showing them what they're really made of now. And now are first with a 4-7 record in the NFC East, which is crazy to think about, but yep, they are first in the division there, so hopefully they can keep it there, and we'll see how it goes in the rest of this NFC least short little wins, and we'll see how it turns out, though. As far as local sports, before I get into talking about the rivalry game of the century, and that we always love to see annually in Oregon State versus Oregon football, I'm going to talk about the Beavs' great win last night in basketball. The Bees had a record-breaking win over the NAIA school Northwestern Eagles last night. Actually, today. Ethan Thompson scored 17 points, and Oregon State cruised to a 114-42 victory over the NAIA member Northwest University today, the largest margin of victory in Beavers history. All 13 Oregon State players scored 6 in double figures. The Beavers shot 66% from the field, made 10 of 18 from three-point range, and had 37 to 26 advantage on the boards. They outscored the Eagles 21-2 on second chance points and 62 to 20 on points in the paint, 62 to 14 off the bench, and 29 to 4 on fast breaks. The Beavers had a 30-0 run in the first half, holding Northwestern scoreless for the first 10 minutes of the game, really showing off their defense and their offensive ability. While the Eagles were missing the 9 straight shots, the Beavers were just 13 of 18. So just an outstanding win for the Beavs basketball team. Just a huge, large margin of victory, and just an incredible win there for the basketball team. Winning big, even though it's an NAIA school, still a great win for that large of a margin. So great win for the Beavs basketball team, and hopefully they can continue their success. They're first in the Pac-12 right now. I know it's very early rankings, but still first is first. So hopefully they can keep it up. As far as other more important local sports news, tonight we have the great, highly expected Oregon number 15 versus Oregon State. This is the 124th meeting of these two teams, and Oregon holds the 66 to 47 to 10 advantage over the Beavs. The Oregon has won the last 12-1 of this decade, so we'll see how the Beavs can see if they can come out. But although the rankings say Oregon is a better matched team, rivalry games, it brings a whole new level of intensity. So hopefully the Beavs can pull off the upset, and we should see some great football action tonight down in Corvallis. So make sure to tune into that tonight. So thank you for tuning in to another episode of Blake's Take. I appreciate you coming back if you are. I know I haven't been super consistent lately, but I will get back on it. I just had a lot of troubled times this week, but make sure if you are tuning in, you can tune in on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and or YouTube. And I'll see you all tomorrow with a take on the Civil War. So have a great rest of your night.